You are not your foils. You are not your sleeves. You are not the contents of your deck box. You're not your freaking game day playmat. Alright, what is up, my friends? Welcome to another video here on CoolStuffInc.com. We're playing some Standard today, and we're playing kind of a sort of spiritual redo. We played a deck similar to this in Historic on a Cool Stuff video a couple of years ago. We dubbed it Phyrexian Fight Club. And it was based around the card Phyrexian Obliterator, which of course is a classic Magic card. Black, 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 black for a 5/5 trample. Whenever a source deals damage to Obliterator, that source's controller sacrifices that many permanents. And this is a card that is hated by mono-red players around the world because red decks can't remove it that well. But if you have white removal or black removal off, you can kill it pretty easily and avoid getting in combat with it. Well, we're going to force our opponents to get in combat with it with Bushwhack, which is a 1-mana fight card. You can also find a land. And the goal is to get the Obliterator to fight one of your opponent's creatures. Say they have a 5/5 also, and the fight goes off, and they sack 5 permanents, which is pretty insane. So Obliterator, obviously a good card in and of itself, as is Bushwhack, and what's happened here is we basically just kind of grafted this combo onto a mostly mono-black mid-range aggro shell. So we've got a lot of cards that are here that are already classic in the format. Evolve, Sleeper, Misery Shadow, Tenacious Underdog, Reckoner Bankbuster, Invoke Despair. None of these cards, Trespasser, are particularly, outlandish. These are all very reasonable Magic cards. The one big addition, though, from adding green to your mono black deck, aside from Bushwhack, is Glissa Sunslayer. This card's ridiculous. 3/3 first strike death touch, one of I think 3 other creatures in the history of Magic that have this combination of abilities, meaning it's pretty much unbeatable in combat. And then whenever it does combat damage to a player, you can draw a card, you can kill an enchantment, remove counters, you can kill planeswalkers. Just a really, really good threatening mid-range card. This is very, very good. And almost all of our lands set for black here. We got Proving Ground, Llanowar Wastes, Deathcap Glade, a bunch of swamps, obviously a bunch of black pips all over the place. And then we have Obliterator headlining the deck, which is going to be insanely good in some matchups, and then obviously great for fighting also. Sideboard has Duresses, Hearses, some Planeswalkers, some more removal spells. Nothing too crazy here, you get the idea. And so let's get right to it and get our Obliterator battling our opponent's creatures and see how it goes. But first, we're going to work with our sponsor at CoolStuffInc.com. Can't forget that.
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Just a flesh wound, huh? It's just a flesh wound. Alright. Hand's great. Keep. We got our colors. We got Took a Curve here. Turn 1 Sleeper. Turn 2 Pump. Swamp. Dude, look at this. Look at this hand. We got the Obliterator. The old Fight Skis. Bankbuster. Not much Buster on 2, actually. We'll see what we draw, but white. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna have for 1 here. Probably on like a mono white kind of control deck. Yeah, well, let's go Waste Bankbuster and say go. Not sure how good our fight's gonna be against them, but we'll see. Laying down the arms. Gonna go build a better life for themselves. Evolve Sleeper. Gonna go plow some fields. Start a business. Make some money. Alright, so we've got land 3 here. They miss land 3, which is pretty big. We're just gonna Glissa, I think. Honestly, just push the issue. We can Glissa and then crew attack. It's pretty good. We're on a huge rush to play Obliterator, and like we have Trespasser next turn. We can get a land if we have to. We can play a land. There's land 3, so they have 6 spells in their hand. And poor Glissa. It's got to be poor Glissa, right? There's no way Glissa lives. So they have 6 spells in their hand, and Glissa's gonna get in and get a little combat damage on. I think it's pretty unlikely. We'll see, I guess, but I'd be surprised. It's up there, Flesh Wound. Laying down the arms. Swords to Plowshares. Restoration of a Ganjo. Interesting choice because Glissa can just kill that. So they're going to get a Plains. We draw a Deathcap Glade. I guess we're going to Obliterator here. We could play something else, obviously. Just play a tap land. We're going to kill the Restoration with the Glissa. We're going to fire in the Bankbuster. Yeah, just Obliterator. Sure. Fire the Obliterator up. Get the cool on. There's the attack. 7's a lot. 7 is not a small number. And this target enchantment. Destroy this. And just there you go. Taking my free money here, you know. This might die next turn, so when this becomes a creature eventually, nothing at all again. So this is a clear Wandering Emperor. So the question is, how do I want to play around it? And I think that we're going to play around it just by ignoring it and playing Trespasser, I think. So Trespasser, fire up Bankbuster, attack with everything. The Emperor, eat the Obliterator, take 6. I draw a card. I think it's all pretty worth it. So let's play the Trespasser. And whatever, eat one of those. Crew. And fire in. So they can't kill the Glissa, or they die. Actually, I guess they could. They can go to 1 in theory. But here's the Emperor. Gonna eat the Obliterator, I would assume. Yes. They take a bunch. We draw a... Actually, we could kill Emperor here. Don't know if that's really necessary. It's either just a 2/2 or nothing. I can always fight with the 2/2 if I really have to push it through. Draw a card. Draw another land. It's a lot of lands, but sure. Down to 3. Land tapped, and so you go. They want to fire up a Wrath effect here. We still have the Bankbuster to kill them as well, hopefully. And draw a spell. Obviously, we have 2 lands in our hand and a Bushwhack. They have all spells. Make the 2/2, sure.
Still much to learn. Guards, to me.
They have a Sarah Paragon. And a... Interesting, a Deflector Might, sure. So, we draw a Bushwhack. I think we're good to go here, right? We just go land, creature to crew. We're going to crew, and fight. And yeah, it's going to be... I could just also blitz this too. Whatever, that works. So, alright, so... Not a spot where our Obliterators are great, unfortunately, but we're going to be... Let's see here. What do we want? I don't think you want Duress against them. I'm not sure how many. Obviously, they could have Farewell and stuff, but like we can just kind of play around it. Whereas Duress like might miss if they're on a creature-heavy draw. Fade from History is interesting. We saw a Saga, probably a Bankbuster, but again, we're not exactly sure what they have. We knew they had Ossification, stuff like that too. And we didn't really see enough of their deck to really want to go that route, I don't think. Do I want a Sorin, perhaps? Might cut a Cut a Bushwhack for a Sorin. Go for the Throat. I think I want to keep some kill spells in. The Planeswalkers are pretty cool. We're on the draw now too, though, so the Planeswalkers are a little worse, but... I want to have a little more... I want to have insurance against Farewell, I guess. Let's bring both Planeswalkers. I want to have Farewell insurance. Cut a Bushwhack. And I'll kind of go for the Throat. This can kill things. Yeah. If they're a little more creaturey, we get punished, I think. But we'll find out. Definitely find out. Mono White's kind of like the anti-Grixis deck. So it's popular for those reasons. The 9 spheres of New Phyrexia are the monumental facade, Mirix, the ominous furnace, the hunter mage, the surgical bay, the dross pits, the fair basilica, the Mycosynth gardens, and the seed core. It's a lot of spots. What about the old Seed of Sinon, you know? Volta Whispers, anyone? Alright, and is good. We can keep this. Just get the ball rolling. Good draw, too. Need to watch out for Farewell. Again, not exactly sure if they're... Alright, so they are creaturies. Here's the farmhand. We go to Plains. We draw Invoke Despair, which is pretty good. Fire on the attack. We're just going to play Sleeper, I think. And pump if they block. Alright, they didn't block, so we're just going to play the Bankbuster now. So do this, do that, get the old Buster going. Land 3. Ouchie wowie. Alright, there goes the Bankbuster. Laura the third path. Really, really, really good card. Alright, that's pretty good. We are going to... I guess we'll threaten a double pump and attack. Sure, this is just cool. Now just pump once. Nope. Yes, no, maybe so. Could be a 2/2, could be a 3/3 death touch. No pump, no box at all. Alright, so no pumps, I mean. So we're gonna play Glissa here. Play land, play Glissa. Make him deal with this. And maybe we can resolve Sorin safely next turn. Loran's got a lot of targets in this format. A lot of the best cards in the format are Enchantment or Artifacts, Bankbuster, Fable the Mirror Breaker, Wedding Announcement, so on and so forth. Now we see our fourth land from them. 5 cards in hand still. And nothing. Interesting. Okay. Well, we are going to be wary of the Wandering Emperor once again. Alright, I think we're just not going to attack this time. We don't really have any good attacks through the Emperor, so we're just going to play land Sorin. Just get that ball rolling. Play Sorin, make a token, say go.
I am vengeance, bloody and righteous. You can deal with my
Could have plus maybe, because now if the Emperor make a 2/2, untap, pump it, attack Sorin, this actually can't win the combat against it. They'll just trade. Isn't ideal. Both players draw is pretty interesting. I like that. I like, and our cards are pretty powerful. So, and no Emperor. Okay. Phyrexian Vindicator. That's a card you don't want to fight with. All right. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess we only have 2 go for the throats in our deck. We also have the Vraska and the Invoke Despairs if we can get that going, but challenging. So this thing is the opposite of Phyrexian, not opposite, but the antithesis of Phyrexian Obliterator. If damage is dealt to it, prevent it, and then they get to Shining Shoal it somewhere else. Although this deals the damage, not the thing, so. Alright. I guess we're gonna... We plus Sword, and it just dies to the Vindicator. Prevent that damage. Okay. Obviously, Invoke Despair is not great here. They just sacrifice the farmhand. Interesting spot. Oh, I guess I'm sorry. I could actually Bushwhack down these crapper creatures. Try and set up Invoke Despair that way. I kind of don't hate that, actually. So we'll just go... Make a vampire.
Without me, we're all doomed.
And we'll fight Vampire with Loran.
Deal with this annoyance.
See if that'll make us bolt draw or not. Both players draw, alright. We draw a Bankbuster. We kill that. Now we're going to just Buster draw, I think. We want to set up for Invoke and kill this, but like we can just draw a card anyway. So play this, just say go. So our board's pretty good. They have a lot of cards in hand, though. Farewell here is definitely annoying. Sarah Paragon? Okay. Can't let that one live. And a Might. Okay. Invoke Despair for days. Misery Shadow. Okay. So we can crew Bankbuster and just fight the Paragon. And then I guess that's all we're doing. Let's see. Let's crew this. Bushwhack, fight here and here. That's got to go. Can't leave that in play. So kill Paragon. And then probably just draw a card and just see what turns up. And just gonna pump the sleeper twice. We'll just say go here. A weird board state. We do have Go for the Throats, but then they have the Might up also. A lot going on in this card. Phyrexian mana, can't block, poison counters, toxic, hexproof. Alright, so this means they are probably going to be wrathing, I would think. Sure. Which is fine, honestly. I'm cool with that. No blocks. Take 5. Then I go land farewell here. No, a second Vindicator. Alright. That's pretty annoying. Usually wouldn't be a problem for us, but I cut some of the Go for Throws. I didn't know they were playing this card. So, that's definitely annoying. We draw our Obliterator. Well, if I had kept the fight spells in, alright. They have the Might, too. Just gonna start chucking Invoke Despairs at him, I guess. Alright. Invoke your Despair, they sack the farmhand, which is obviously not ideal. Yeah, they're much more creatures than I thought they were going to be. If I had known that, I would have sideboarded significantly differently. But, alright, we draw a Trespasser and a land. And we kind of just, like, can't do anything else. Yeah. We're gonna say go. We can jump block with a vampire. Yeah, lots of creatures. A lot more creatures than I planned on seeing. Might even bring cut down, honestly. We'll see. Killing the small ones is pretty important too. Alright. Gonna block one of them. This will put 2 damage wherever they want, which is fine. Actually, it prevents it. So I don't even gain 2. That's annoying. So it actually didn't do as much as I would have liked. We take 2 and go to 7. Yeah, I think we're dead this game. Sarah Paragon again. Alright, yeah, so... Yeah, I think we're just dead. I guess if we draw, like... We Invoke Despair them, and then draw Go for the Throat off the Invoke Despair. Big tanks, jeez. Deciding if they want to sacrifice the Might or the Paragon here. I'm going to keep that Might, try and defend these Vindicators, maybe. Okay, so they're going to give this Hexproof from black, so I can't kill it. Sack the Might. I draw a Trespasser, and no copies of Go for the Throat. And now I'm just dead on board. Okay, so game 3. Now we have more info, obviously, because game 2 we didn't really see many creatures, or game 1 we didn't see many creatures, now we can board properly, we can bring in all the Go for the Throats. Probably a couple cutdowns too, honestly. And Bushwhack's a little weird, because, like, the only big creature they have to fight with is the, thing I can't kill. What's the... Bankbuster, Misery Shadow. What do we cut here? So I guess I brought in the Sorin and Vraska, planning on them being farewelling, but they don't seem to be doing that. Let's cut that. Shave a Bushwhack. Kind of want the Trespassers because they have all these creatures and they have the Sarah Paragons. Maybe the Underdogs can get shaved. Let's try that. Game 3. Very creaturey version of Mono White. I'll play. Hand's great. Keep. You mighten? The Mighty Might? Mighty Might it is. We got Boseiju. Alright, pump it up. Say go. Leaning for Glissa. We've got the Invoke Despairs. You brought in 2 cut down to even 4 go for the throat, so ambitious farmhand, sure. Important to note that this is not a Mother of Runes, so it cannot protect blockers, which is pretty important. Draw, go for the freaking throat. Alright, so we'll attack. Play Glissa. Make him deal with that. Building up to Invoke Despair, which is pretty good, obviously. They have fodder creatures and stuff, so the Invoke Despair isn't like insanely good against them, but Faithful Lapse, let's get a clue, sure. And coming in, alright. Game's afoot. We draw a land. So we're gonna go. Let's crack this clue first and foremost. And we draw another copy of Invoke Despair. Alright. Just get in, I guess. Here we come. Just gonna Invoke Despair till the cows come home. There's Paragon. Okay, so we gotta kill that first, I think. We draw Obliterator. God, where's the fight spell now? Alright, we gotta kill Paragon first, because if we don't, they get to, let's hold on. They get to recur whatever I say sack to Invoke Despair, so let's actually attack with the Sleeper first and see how they block. Or if they block. They'll probably pump this draw and then just play a land and kill this. Probably block with the farmhand, I would think. Yeah, sure. Okay. So we're gonna draw anyways. What we're gonna do is now. Yeah, sure. Sure. Oh, they have a stupid might to protect this. I'm sorry. Right. That's not good. I screwed up. Okay. Yep, I screwed up. I just blanked on this card existing. We have to say go, and they get to recurve us now. That's pretty bad. I should have actually cast Invoke Despair. Yeah, we'll get a chance to make up for it this turn, I guess, but I should have cast Invoke Despair, and they have sacrificed the Might or the Sarah Paragon. We can go from there. Alright. Nothing else in the bin. Untap. Same attack. Navis gets exiled regardless. They gain some life. I think if I Invoke Despair, they just sack the Might and then recast it next turn also. So I could just cast Trespasser and Underdog too. Oh, man. Despair, if they sack this, they recast it. I go for the throat this. I draw 2 cards. I'm gonna Invoke Despair. I also draw 2 cards, so. Alright, so we draw a land. Making land ups is excellent for us, so let's say go. They can recast the Might, which is fine. Then I get to just go for the throat the Paragon and play more stuff. Paragon again. Huh. Alright. So this is very interesting. Let's fire up the Invoke Despair. I need to leave a black up. Yeah. Right. Invoke Despair you. Take one. Or not, that's fine, leave that up. They stack that and the ossification, get our creature back. Draw land, or draw land. Alright, now I just get to go for the throw at this. They untap and play Obliterator. I have the Vraska. I think we're in good shape here. The old farmhand. They just love farming. Their creatures farm. Want to make my creatures farm. And they're just running out of things to do. Alright, so we want Obliterator Trespasser this turn, probably. Let's attack. They might block here, but alright, so let's eat the creature they can get back, which is the Smite. Let's play Obliterator. They have a Wrath here. I don't even care. I have Invoke Despair, Bankbuster, Planeswalker, 2 creatures, so like worst case is land farewell, I guess, and like that isn't even that bad for us, so I think we're in pretty good shape. Ooh. No throw it there. Steel Seraph. Underdog. Alright, so I think we're golden here. We just Vraska, kill this. Have a mana left over. Yeah, we'll play it for the full 6, I think. Make this a treasure. And that's the game. Alright, sweet. Alright, cool. Swamp's better than Plains, confirmed. Alright, Durrell Greg on the play. Hand sucks, keep. Can't mulligan this one. Obviously, we need to draw land, but we'll try and fill in our curve with some sleeper activations and go from there. All right, we drew a land, and they played an overgrown farmland. We're gonna just play with tap land instead of Glissa on turn 3. Not sure what they're playing exactly with overgrown farmland, but double green white and armored scrap gorger. I think we're just going to run the Nissa. Or Glissa, whatever. Glissa, Nissa. We get Dagger of both and threaten to block it. If they block, kill one of these. Yeah, cool. Sweet. So the fear there is I just pump twice and kill their blockers. So, alright, here's Glissa. We're just going all out here. Drew lands. Hand now great. No kill spells, but let's see what this green-white deck is up to. Azusa's Many Journeys. What is this? A little brewski. Durrell Greg. And Topiary Stomper. Alright, some sort of green-white ramp deck. That's cool. This thing cannot block yet. We're going to get Glissa in. Maybe we just destroy this. It, like, preemptively kills the 3-3. I think I like that. And then we can go, like... Are we scared of Wraths here? They are playing Scrap Gorger. We just, like, pump. Let's attack, kill, pump. Attack, kill, pump, underdog. I think I like that. Alright. Attack. Pump. Other pump. And destroy target enchantment. We like drawing cards, but I think that, like, we're basically drawing our removal spell for the 3-3 for free, which is pretty good. So, few hits, play the doggo, and say go. I would assume they're not a farewell deck. If they are, I mean, it's pretty bad for us, but Titan of Industry, that's a bopper. Alright, so here's a Titan, which is very powerful. Honestly, one of the ways to beat Glissa in combat is to have a shield counter. It's pretty interesting. Say shield up a Titan and make a 4/4. Wow, that is something. And we're 1 turn from Stomper being able to attack. So if Glissa attacks, they block with it. The damage kills the shield counter, and the damage kills it back. That's pretty good. All right, so let's play Naked Trespasser. Play Llanowar Wastes, so we'll just start leaning to our sleepers, I guess. Pump it level 2. Start drawing cards off of it while the Glissa holds the fort at home. We can chump block the Titan to break the shield, which could be pretty cool also. And we'll just lean on these and start drawing cards. Oh, really? Awaken the Woods. Make 5 Dryad Arbors. So now the Stomper can attack. They can't really attack into my Glissa, though, so... yeah, so this is kind of cool. Alright, so we're currently at level 2. Want to go to level 3. Let me draw an Obliterator. Oh, we would love to draw a fight spell here. Let me tell you. Alright, yeah, I'm in. Obliterators they go. So, got a board brewing here. It's funny because the Obliterator effect isn't even that scary because they have so many permanents in play. Like, they actually have, like, what, 10, 5, 10, 16 permanents in play. Uh-oh. They only have 3 forests in play. So this is just an overrun. Wait. Oh, these are also forests. Oh, alright. Oh, I see. Well, if we were to live, this would not be a problem, but we're actually just dead. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna put this on here for funsies or whatever, but... yeah, that's something. Maybe they failed to assign travel damage or something. Yeah, alright. So, kill that, and yeah, we're super dead. Alright, that was a pretty good draw, honestly. They just cast Titan on turn 5 or something, and they just did their thing. Turn 5 Titan. That was turn 7 Nissa? Turn 6 Nissa? Holy crap. Alright, so definitely an issue when trying to kill spells that game, for sure. We're going to want to... it's funny because they, that Forest Maker card kind of makes you want Path of Peril, but doesn't really kill much else in their deck. So, I don't know if I like that. And do I want Duress? I don't know. Do I want Go for the Throw? I want a few more kill spells. The fight's really good here, too, honestly. Very interesting one. Very interesting one. That was a very good draw. They cast Titan on turn 5 and then Nissa on turn 6 and just killed us. So the draw was quite good, but... go for the Throat. I don't think I want Cut Down. It doesn't really kill enough. Go for the Throat's pretty good. These Bank... I'm just bringing like Go for the... I don't think I want Path of Peril. I'll just do this. Just Shave Bankbuster's kind of slow. I have your classic ramp deck. Like, if we had a way to kill that mana creature early, that would have definitely slowed things down quite a bit. I guess hand sucks keep. Alright, sure. One of mulligans. Oh, 2 fast mulligans. They are much more disciplined than I am, that's for sure. So you want to draw basically any card on this lower end of the range here. You know, just any card that costs less than 4, which is most of our deck. There's one. Alright, so Sicko. Bankbuster. Can't go for the throat that one. Trip Boseiju. Don't really want to ramp them, so we're going to not do that. I think we're just playing Land Say Go. I mean, again, we have Go for the Throat to kill a creature, and then Obliterator, which is pretty good, so... I got nothing, though. They're just not going to play into our hand. Alright. Go get him, buddy. Draw a card. Evolve Sleeper. Alright. But it's Hapland also. It's interesting, like, what am I scared of the Wandering Emperor? Am I scared of Wraths? Am I scared of... I don't really know what I'm scared of, honestly. I'll play a Sleeper. I'm going to hold back on my second Obliterator because they have a Wrath. And just, like, pump this thing twice, start drawing cards off of it. Draw Bankbuster again. Azusa's Mini Journeys. Oh, cards. I guess they just have all these cards with Bankbuster, so. Alright, so pump this thing up. Up once. Up twice. Excuse me. No tap land. Alright. They have a mana for Wandering Emperor up here, but we're just gonna attack. Let it ride. And we're going to animate. Not animate, but make a Bankbuster token. Sure. I just don't like that I'm not sure if they're playing Wraths or not. Because this game, they could easily have a Wrath. They haven't played any creatures at all, so it's gonna block there. I think we're gonna Invoke Despair. Just kills the Azusa Many Journeys. They take 4. They take 4. Draw some cards. It's looking like maybe I should have brought Duress in, honestly. I'm not sure, but alright, it's a draw. Alright. Keep playing lands, so we have these mana sinks, so. Alright, you're at 6. What do you got, friend? They have a Farewell. You got a backup plan. Untap Moon Sleeper here and drawing cards. They do have Farewell. Okay. Alright. So we play her on the sweeper, I guess. And look who's back. They have a second Farewell. You got me. Sometimes you gotta tip your cap. There you go. There you go. Your turn. Reload. Yeah, that's pretty hard for us to beat. Sure. Cityscape Leveler it is. That has no throat. In case you were wondering. So we're gonna untap and we drop. Where are you? Come on. Our Obliterator just died. God. We Oh, actually, I have Boseiju for this. That works. Does that kill them? Boseiju, pump. Pump? Nah, we're a little short, but they could obviously unearth it, but that's fine, I think. So let's Boseiju this. They can crew their Bankbuster in response, I guess, which is annoying, but whatever. Let's go for the throw. It's really bad here. They had all green creatures last game, alright? I'm just saying. You were all there. You all saw it. And we're going to pump. And I guess just draw. Bankbuster. Alright, so they go. Not gonna trade Sleeper for the Bankbuster, so they get to Leveler, kill this, and I'll start drawing off Bankbuster and trying to get back into the game. Yikes. Kind of a cool deck, honestly. Green-white ramp. Restoration of a Ganjo. That is also a ramp spell. Get a Plains. Fire up Leveler. So deal 8, kill this, get a Power Stone. I can use the Power Stone for the Bankbuster, so. Alright, so Bankbuster. Draw. Trespasser. That's not bad, actually. We're just gonna eat our own stuff. Leyland. Trespasser. We're gonna eat a creature. Down to 5. With a double go for the throat and Buster. Might actually win this game. They do have double factory. These go for the throats look so bad. They just don't kill actual anything. Game 1, all green creatures, I swear. Nothing good to return. Just gonna keep the card in hand. So they have all spells in hand. That's bad. Okay. Go on. Awaken the Woods, X equals 9. 9 Forests. 9 Dryad Arbors. Okay. Those do have throats, but there are a lot of them. Draw a card. Misery Shadow. I mean, if I attack, they just block with all of them. That would be the wise course of action. Or Kroon block, so... Just play Shadow and stay go, I guess. Flip Saga. I can go for the throat that. Don't you worry, we're on it. You get a jam? Got a jammy jam? Nope, play Scrap Gorger. Alright, we're gonna kill this. And then we're gonna untap. Alright, Bankbusters for days. We're gonna grind our way through all these 1/1s. Draw a Sleeper. Play a Bankbuster. Draw a card. Play a Sleeper. Play this. Just say go. We have no good attacks here, unfortunately. So, sit back on our card draw engines and try and see what we can do. That's fun. Chapter 1. Chapter 2. Not enough for Chapter 3. Unset. Bushwhack again. There actually isn't anything good for Obliterator to fight anyway, so... Draw off this. Invoke Despair is... not great. It's fine. Let's start there. Whatever. Kills the journeys, kills the land. Deals 2. Draw Glissa. Okay. Draw off this. Just play Glissa and say go. I think our attacks still aren't particularly great. So we also like are banking up kill spells here. So end step, eat. They have 11 blockers at present, so pretty hard to get through. We're also at 10. We need to be aware of like our own life total too. Shit. So that means they drew a what's it called? A Wrath Effect. All right, so we're gonna block everything, and I'm not gonna fire the Bankbuster. So if they want to fare well, they gotta kill this too. So let's go. 1, 2. Let's actually not block the 0-3. Alright, so this has us taking 3. There's Farewell. They're going to do everything. So they're going to lose their own Bankbuster too. Alright, sure. So everything goes. And now it's go for the throw, Bushwhack versus 2 Mistress Foundries. Alright, the true top deck war. We suck. Your turn. Who can draw better? We're on a 2-turn clock with the 2 Foundries. So, crazy game. This is a really fun game, honestly. Whatever happens. They're not going to... Actually, both. They drew a 7-drop? No, you didn't. Get out of here. What? Another Bushwhack? Wow. What a ridiculous game. Alright. I guess it's your turn. Alright, here comes one Foundry. Just gotta send in the one. Why not send in both? That makes sense. If I have a kill spell. Alright, you got me. Good game. That's a crazy one. Pretty fun match, honestly. All these considered. Extreme toaster, huh? Very extreme. I was a kid, I used to love the movie The Brave Little Toaster. I'd be dating myself, but It's a good flick. Check it out. Brave little toaster. All right. Hand is, it's good. Not great, but good. You got a few lands, 2-drop, kill spell, a couple big cards to play for. No Obliterators in sight, but that's okay. We got Glissa, of course, Obliterator. Good mixture of, early kind of a smaller creatures they can get on the board early, as well as some big high-end stuff for sure. Opponents have a tank here. We're going to keep our 7. They kept our 7 also. They got these Soul Ring sleeves. Seek Rome Coast, go. Okay. Possibly soldiers, control, something. Mirix. Okay. I did have a pretty sweet blue-white control deck that I built based around Mind Splice apparatus in my 10 new brews. If you caught that one recently. And pretty cool brewski, honestly. All spells. Syncopate. Yeah, okay, that's what it looks like. So pretty nasty here. Syncopate exiles the underdog. So it counters it and exiles it. So we're definitely scared of the card Mind Splice Apparatus. Unfortunately, our hand's very, very bad if that's what they're playing, because I have double Go for the Throat, which are actually blank against them. And Blast Zone, too. All right. Not a spot where Obliterator is very good either, but what else can we do here? Our hand is basically forced. We have 2 dead cards and 2 expensive sorceries. And then Obliterator, of course. Here's our apparatus. All right, there it is. So definitely a hard game 1. One of the advantages these creatureless control decks have in game 1s is that the opponent has a lot of dead cards, but we can board in our Duresses and so on and so forth, Planeswalkers, and go from there. We buy Obliterator. Good news is they got a clue at least, so we can get a card back from that. They only have 3 cards left. Once they find a Silver Scrutiny, though, we are in pretty big trouble. Draw Obliterator. Okay. We're just going to jam Obliterator here. Casting Invoke Despair. This is basically just like 5-mana sorcery, Lava Axe, draw 3, which is fine, but not great. Doesn't affect the board, unfortunately, so we're going to lean on Obliterator here. Apparatus number 2 is actually pretty good because you can't really use that much mana typically. It's a little redundant. They have 2 cards left. I'm trying to avoid a big play from our opponent in Expo, and there's White Sun's Twilight. Okay, so we're dead. So White Sun's Twilight makes 7 mites, and we have a couple kill spells in our hand, but nothing they can deal with that, unfortunately. We Invoke Despair, we kill 1 might, draw some. I guess we'll try and keep playing, but don't think we can actually win anymore. Pure Control, always very, very good against mid-range decks. Play lands, they go. They are also artifacts, so we can't even go for the throat with them. They got no throats. All right, and that's 6 toxic, and we are dead on board. Draw. Okay, so yeah, we'll call it. All right, so tough first game. Obviously, drawing 2 Go for the Throats against the pure control deck, not so good. We get to board our stuff in there. We get to bring in our Sorin, Vraska, most importantly, 4 copies of Duress. Cut the Go for the Throats, and honestly, Invoke Despair isn't particularly great here. Nor is Bushwhack, I guess, because we're not really going to be fighting anything. So I don't have anything to fight. Duress, Misery Shadow. Can't get too many of these. Thanks for playing 25 lands, so it's like kind of part of our mana base, but kind of not. Hearse, not very exciting. Don't really have a disenchant in our deck to kill the apparatus. All we have is this Fade from History, which is a little more for killing multiple things than just one thing, but it does kill all of the mites too. I actually don't mind this. Let's cut the Bushwhacks entirely and bring in 2 Fade from Histories, and then maybe shave like an Invoke Despair. Invoke Despair is not exactly very good against them, so let's try this. It's funny, Vraska isn't really that good either. Obviously, Planeswalkers are usually good against control decks, but they turn the corner pretty quick. Maybe I actually want this instead. Just like keep the Lava Axe in our deck. So we can always Fade from History to kill all the mites and the apparatus at some point, perhaps. Not really the best sideboard option, but we're making do what we got. Definitely a cool deck. Definitely a cool deck. Maybe one I'll play here on the cool stuff. If you all want to see that deck, let me know. Played it on my own channel a few times, and people liked it a lot. Really, really fun deck. Their version's a little different than mine because they're playing Blast Zone, but a lot of X spells, Silver Scrutiny, Blue Sun, Twilight, whatever, White Sun, Twilight. All right, so game 2 on the play, and now we have Creature, Invoke, Obliterator. This hand is Not great. I'd prefer to have a Duress, but we're going to keep it. It's not bad enough to mulligan, I don't think. Opponent takes a mulligan. Let's try and tap their soul rings, you know? Alright, believe me. Now you have Underdog on the play. It's kind of funny because like that game play or draw. If we cast the Underdog on the play that game, I couldn't syncopate it. Might have been a different game, honestly. Underdog does do a lot of damage very quickly. But land number 2. And now we get in here. Attack for 3. We're going to play Shadow around Syncopate, I think. Just trying to get on the board. Cool. So, pretty good clock in play already. Obviously, there are Wrath of God effects in the format. Blast Zone. Blast you. Draw prove your own. So, we're just going to attack here and pump and not play a third creature in the face of a Wrath. Gonna pump once. Obviously, they have Fading Hope here. It's kind of annoying. Not Fading Hope. Fateful Absence, but I think we should go all the way here. They're gonna pump Blast Zone up. Take 7. Jeez. Alright, you're up. And now our Lava Axe looking pretty good. They have to Wrath. We just fire us off and 6 them and kill them. The old Trespasser. Couple of Obliterators. Obliterator, not really very good in this matchup, unfortunately. Definitely a very polarizing card. It's insanely good against some decks, nigh unbeatable against like mono red or red green aggro, but pretty awful against like blue white control or like, you know, very removal heavy decks that don't care about damaging it. Alright, friend. If you want to sack your land to kill my 2 creatures, I don't mind that at all. Nope, depopulate, sure. There's your Wrath that we were worried about, so why we didn't play Trespasser. Let's have him draw a land. We have Underdog too, wow. So we're gonna play I guess Obliterator here. Obviously we could Invoke, but that just puts them to 3 and draws 3 cards, which is like fine, but not super exciting. I want to keep applying pressure, I think. So play Obliterator. This would have nugged them for 1 by eating a creature. We have the Blitz here from the graveyard, also, which is kind of cool, but we'll just keep applying pressure. Not let them cast Mind Splice Apparatus. Just keep applying pressure, make you deal with this thing, make you deal with this thing, make you deal with this thing. And as long as we can get the next 3 points of damage in, the Invoke Despair will kill them if they ever tap out. So, that's our current plan. Make some more land drops also. You possibly double spell. Yo, bro. I heard you like Phyrexian Obliterator. Alright, here he comes. Oh, that's a hit. Alright. Feels like they want an Apparatus here. I think I like just playing Trespasser, eating a creature, putting them to 3, so they're dead to the Underdog or the Invoke Despair. I don't think playing another Obliterator is really necessary. And we're going to hit our own Shadow, leave the Underdog in there. Put them down to 3. They go end step, Apparatus, untap, land. They could... Oh, they have a Deluge. Okay. So, they basically have to Wrath next turn, and then we're dead to this and this. So, I think we're in good shape. We had no Duresses, too, which is a good sign. Alright, land 6. Alright, well... Very well nabs the graveyard, but not my hand. So invoke your despairs, and boom, boom, boom. Game 3. So not too bad. Winning with 0 Duresses is pretty nice, honestly. That was actually a no sideboard card game at all. So we got to win the game 3. Still have 4 Duress in our deck. You want Hearse? Hearse obviously plays well against the Wrath effects. Can eat the memory deluges. You know, they Wrath. We have to keep the vehicle in play. Keep growing it. I don't think so. Yeah, it's bad with this card too. That's fun. Let's do this. Just gonna draw a timely Duress this game, lay in some beats, and get the job done. Simple as that. Want to remind you all, of course, as always, here on the CoolStuffInc.com YouTube channel. Like the video, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button. We got videos for myself, CGB, Ali Antrazi, One Jame, a lot of other cool stuff too. So make sure to check it all out here on CoolStuffInc.com, the YouTube channel, and of course CoolStuffInc.com proper, where you can use promo code Jim5 and get 5% off your order. Ouch. Opponent mulligans, we're going to mulligan also. Glad they mulligan too. Ooh, double Duress, double 2-drop. We're going to keep this. The question is, what do we bottom? This is a pretty awesome 7-card hand, but issue being, what do we want to let go out of this hand? It might be an underdog. Just keep both Duresses in a threat, as we're most likely to draw more threats. There only are 4 Duress in the deck, but there are plenty of creatures. I'll already do that. We're on the draw also, so... Let's see. Secret Coast, go. We draw Boseiju. We could go Duress on 1, Boseiju, Duress. Boseiju could also kill the Mind Splice apparatus, though. Let's Duress on 1, and then we can decide if we want to play this or not, if we draw land or not, yada, yada, yada. I want to know what their hand is and be able to play around their syncopates and stuff, so I'll just Duress now. So their hand is Emperor, Farewell, Deluge, Land, Land. I think we're going to take the Emperor here. Their hand's pretty bad, which is good for us. Farewell's pretty far away, and then Deluge is very slow also, so take the Emperor. And now you have good information on their hand as far as what to play around and so on and so forth. I think we're playing the old doggy next turn. There's a Mirix, and there's a Sleeper. Alright, so play the underdog and say go. You could have played Proving Ground and Sleeper, but I like this better, I think. This is better later in the game. It's a nice power creature. Get a good clock going. The beach we knew about, sure. We draw a Shadow also. Alright. We're seeing the somewhat awkwardness of the tap lands and the green land and stuff. We can't play Duress and Sleeper here, but definitely a question of, do you want to Duress this Memory Deluge or just put more stuff in play? I'm gonna play a Shadow here, just play lands they go. They counter it as fine also, I think. Sure. I think trading 1 for 1 is probably reasonable. Us being on the draw. Do they have a 4th land? They do. So now they can cast their Deluge. We draw an Obliterator. So let's act first. And they drew the Wandering Emperor. Alright. I should have Duress first. Obviously, we just took this. It's unlikely they have it. But because they could have it, I should have just Duress first. They could just cast it in response anyway. But it's pretty nasty, honestly. So they're going to exile, I would assume. Alright, that sucks. But now we're going to Duress them and take...
My judgment is fine.
It's a tough call, honestly. There's still 2 lands from Farewell, and Deluge is pretty... Casting Deluge is pretty good next turn. But if they go land, it's awkward, but we're going to do that. Take the Deluge, play a Sleeper, play a Proving Ground, just say go. Boseiju really awkward here with Obliterator, obviously. Now they have the issue of this Emperor is currently naked and undefended. They can minus and make it 2/2 and throw the Emperor away, which is great. They want to plus it, they gotta be able to kill this. Got the 1 mystery card. In the tank too. What's the deal here? So funny how good this card would have been like 10 years ago. Just like unbelievable, uncounterable win condition for a control deck. Magic ain't like that anymore. In the tank, Toaster, Bacon. I'm gonna Wrath my Evolve Sleeper. All right. Well, let's draw land for Obliterator, right? Oh my god, we drew Invoke Despair. Oh, literally one of the only cards in the entire deck we can't cast. Oh my god. All right. This is going to give them enough time to get back in the game, I think. That's very unfortunate. Alright, make it 2/2. We need to play a spell that turn. No! Not another... No, I mean, cast it, but I want to guess Obliterator. Play Sleeper, and say go. We can pump twice, which is good. Make a Might, which I'm not really too concerned with, honestly. Phyrexians just love their teeth. They're just like big on teeth. They're a dentist stream. 3/3 first strike.
We've got the edge in this fight.
And they have a Bankbuster. Jeez. I guess the Might plays well against Invoke Despair. Doesn't matter there. And draw a card. Yeah. Unfortunately, our opponent is drawn out of the mid-game a lot better than us with this really awkward hand. And they've found some good things to do. We get a 3/3. Now we draw a land, of course. So we could Invoke Despair them. That would hit the Emperor and the Might, and then their face, and I would draw a card. But our attacks still aren't great. We can just ram the Obliterator and see what happens. But now they have like a bunch of cards in hand from the Bankbuster and stuff too, which is really awkward. And this thing probably can't be allowed to live anymore. Yeah, we're gonna Invoke Despair. So that might actually be super relevant here. Without that might, I think we're in pretty good shape. But the 3/3 Samurai here is gonna hold us back quite a bit. So kill Emperor, kill Might, and draw land. All right, so they go. And the problem, of course, is that they have this Farewell looming too, so they keep drawing non-lands for Farewell, but because they draw non-lands, they're drawing spells. So, Bankbuster draw. Fateful the Sleeper. Honestly, better there than here. I would have managed to draw and play Obliterator, so they still haven't drawn a land. They just keep drawing spells. This is kind of gross. All right, let's draw a card. All right, well, go get him, Poppy. Obviously, the creatures can't really interact with this, but there's a land number 5. Farewell looms. Depopulate. Well, that wasn't bad, actually. So now I can eat this Deluge. The problem is, am I going to risk... So, should I play 2 things here? We know they have Farewell in their hand, for sure. The question is, can we afford to wait? If they miss on the land, we get to attack for them for a bunch. And this one for the post, they also have card draw too. I'm gonna, let's see, we got no creatures. I've got 3 creatures. This will do some damage. All right, we're gonna say go. Don't feel good. Yeah, that one key turn where we had 4 lands in play with Obliterator and Invoke, couldn't cast either, was the turning point of the game. If we had cast a good spell on that turn, I think it would have been alright. But alright, make a pilot, play a land, have a treasure, 3 cards in hand still. Goes to Knight. Draw Invoke Despair, that's not bad actually. Alright, well let's get in here. We can eat 2 creatures. So drain for 2, get in for 4. And now we actually can play the Obliterator and try and induce them to cast Farewell, because I can Invoke Despair after they do that. Resolve that, which is pretty cool. So let's just jam our stuff. So then tap and depopulate. Or I mean, sorry, Farewell. I Invoke Despair them. They go to 9. I draw 3 cards. They drew another land though, so now I might be able to counter it. They have a negate. They have a negate or stroke. Ooh. Alright, that was worse. Okay. Okay, crew too? Screwing and banging, alright. Getting in. Battling. Draw another swamp. Okay. So Invoke Despair you, kill a Might. Draw 2. They gained 6 life off that too. Yeah. And we draw land and Glissa. I think we're done here, folks, unfortunately. So go. But yeah, typically control decks are good against mid-range decks. And then that, again, that one key turn really was the crux of it. Where we needed to keep applying pressure, and that one turn gave him a huge reprieve to get their stuff going. So, not exactly Phyrexian Obliterator's dream matchup. Alright, so block one of these. We take 4 poison. It's not the worst, but let me draw another swamp. You're killing me, Smalls. All right, Wandering Emperor me. And I'll just go move on with my day. No? Okay. Alright, draw a card. Better be a good one. It's a Sorin. They have the Mirix too, so I don't think we really got a way out here.
I bring my own army.
It's funny that the regular damage is like almost gonna outpace the poison, but alright, so block 1. And now we are going to be at... That's funny, this might is... They're different mites. We can go to Night. Draw another land. You're killing me here. Alright, and they have... They can make 2 more mites? Oh, we're dead. We're dead. Alright. Pass turn.
Things have not gone my way.
This card does kill quick. It's funny how this card seems worse than Martial Coup, but the fact that tokens kill so fast is very relevant. That's 6. We're at 8. They attack all, and we're donezo. Yep. All right. So good games. Definitely a super cool deck. Yeah, they got us. GG. All right, so some pretty cool games. Honestly, that was a pretty rough matchup spread for us. We played against 0 decks where Obliterator is like insanely good. Mainly like blue-white soldiers, mono red, any sort of like red-green beatdown deck. And we didn't play against any of those decks at all. I would say Obliterator was actually pretty not good in the matches we played. But the deck still played out well anyway, which is great. So Glissa was super great. The splash doesn't really hurt that much. Obviously, Invoke Despair and Friends are still very good as well. And deck's pretty fun. So if you like mono black, I put a little spin on that, of course. We like Glissa Sunslayer, great place for it. And of course, we never actually pulled off the fight on Obliterator. That's more of a element of the matchups, I think, than anything else. So hope you enjoyed the deck. I'm Jim Davis, or CoolStuffInc.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you folks next week.